advertising and it makes him happy, I think that's a good resolution to that. And I would also probably laugh about it to myself.
All right. You are standing at the reception desk. Several people run into the lobby, getting chased by a group of people armed with wrenches. The victims are being beat up right in front of you. What do you do?
Honestly, call it over radio. I would probably, I would treat that as because you said I'm in the lobby too, right? I'm in the desk, even though I'm behind
Yes,
the
you're at
desk.
the reception. You're behind the
There's
desk,
no,
yes.
yeah, there's no glass. They could, I don't know, vault over the desk if they're, good at parkour or something. I would probably, armed people running towards me, even though I'm not their main target. They probably know, hey, he's behind the desk, he can tall. I would treat that as a 78 situation. I would call it over radio. I would get PD to deal with that to hopefully save the life of the person or persons being chased, and also myself. I have seen a dispatcher get stabbed before in a lobby. I don't want to see that happen again. I know you said wrenches, but, same concept.
Yeah, same concept. An elderly man comes in thinking he is a police officer and is trying to convince you he is, even though he is obviously not. What do you do?
All right, by obviously not, I'm assuming, at this point, I've already double checked that he's not like a brand new hire. Maybe they're trying to get in touch with the elderly population or something. So I'm assuming that.
Yeah, he's not in the.
Yeah, gotcha.
You've already checked. He's not in uniform because he doesn't. There's nothing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's no way for you to identify him as a police officer. And he's trying to identify him, like he's trying to convince who he is. What do you do?
He's clearly confused. Yeah. Placating him is going to be the best thing. I'm obviously not letting him in letting him behind any locked doors or whatever.
Okay.
Part of me wants to say I would maybe direct him to go to the hospital. Maybe tell him someone's waiting for him there, or come up with.
Let's go ahead and make notes. So this is important because I know that this has come up.
So that hopefully there's doctors around who can help him out. Because if he's that confused, I don't want him necessarily wandering around, potentially getting himself into danger. He already thinks he's a police officer. He's already probably, at high. I would assume he's at a high risk of getting putting himself in danger. If I know there's no doctors around, let's say there's there's a cop who's not super busy with anything and they're nearby. Maybe tell him to hang on a second, just chill in the lobby, grab an officer who I know is good with people, good with the community. See if they'll be able to talk to him, try and help break the news to him, or just get him to understand in some way, or like I said, even have the police take him to be seen by a doctor. But at the end of the day, not letting him in the PD, not giving him anything.
All right, Flop, do you want to ask any questions? Any of those you added to the list?
Not this second. I just had a kind of big phone call. I do apologize. I think I'm good right now. If you want to ask one of my questions, feel free. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask all the rest of the questions I have, which includes your two that are remaining.
Hey, go for it.
In the case of a divorce, what asset are you going for?
Ooh. The house.
Ooh.
I respect that. Roof over your head?
Yes, and also I am a big fan of cozy, which is, why I'm wearing a cozy sweater. And so if I've got a house, I am making it a home. I am a big fan of like maximalism. You know, cozy, make it your own space. You know, paint the walls, you know, a weird color because you think it's cool and fun. So I would want to keep that. I would want to keep my space. So definitely the house.
All right. If you were a bee, what bee would you be, and why would you be that bee?
The Cyrillic B. Because I speak Russian. We're circling back to that.
I don't even know what you just said, but
And
that
also because
just
it's
threw me for
fun
a
to
loop.
write, because in lowercase it kind of looks like a 6.
Oh, you're doing the letter B.
Yes, I'm subverting the expectation. If you want the other one, Bumblebee, because they're fuzzy and they're cute and I like them. And I saw them all the time growing up on Clover, and I like Clover.
All right. And then my last question. How many ghost peppers do you think you could eat in a year?
Oh my goodness. In a year.
This is. I'm trying to think what to note here.
Yes.
I hate this. You're asking me about numbers. You know I'm not good at numbers. I'm pulling out my calculator.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Hold up. Let me cook.
Fear.
I hate this MDT sometimes.
Oh. Okay, so I would definitely want breaks. I wouldn't want to eat it every day because I don't like eating the same exact food every day. However, are you required in this question to eat them raw, or can I like incorporate them into meals? Like, I don't know, ghost pepper chili for the variety. So I'm not just like, well, you know, it's time for my ghost pepper of the day.
Sure, you can incorporate them into meals.
Okay, so at least 365, because I could at least do one a day, potentially spaced out, you know, multiple in a day.
All right. And then how many eggs could you eat in a year?
Definitely less. I am, even though you can cook eggs a lot of way, I get really tired of egg. I'm not a big egg guy. But sometimes, like, I get in the mood and I'm just like, you know what? I want to eat 3 hard-boiled eggs today. So thinking. You know what? I'll play it safe and say 100 in a year.
100 eggs in a year.
Yeah, that's less than an egg every day half the year. So that gives me plenty of time to, like, if I get sick of them, give me periods of time where I just eat no egg.
All right, and then I'm just gonna fuck it. This is just a random question I just thought of.
Hell yeah.
What is your favorite cheese? There is a right answer.
Favorite cheese.
Brie is not good.
No, everyone thinks like brie is really good, but like it's mid. Is that how you use that word? I think that's how you use that word. See, this is a hard question because I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh. Oh.
But luckily, there are some cheeses that have less lactose than others. Okay, not any of the blue cheeses. Can rule those out. Not brie, also not camembert because they're pretty much the same. I don't like the texture. I cannot stand feta cheese. I'll be completely honest. Again, it's a texture thing.
This is kind of a big report. I'm trying to make sure I write this properly. I know it's not the most exciting stuff, but
just remember you are speaking to a Wisconsinite. I love my cheese.
Gosh, just put the pressure on me. You know what? I have never had an issue eating cheddar cheese, so let's go with Wisconsin cheddar.
Hell yeah.
I do prefer cheddar on the sharper side, but yes, definitely cheddar cheese is not really an issue when it comes to lactose. So there we go. Let's go with that one.
Oh yeah. I prefer milder cheddar over sharp cheddar.
Well, there we go. We can share. Get like a variety pack, and you have the mild ones, and I'll take the sharper ones.
Well,
Easy.
listen.
Okay.
Cheddar isn't my favorite.
Okay, okay.
If I'm gonna eat straight cheese, it's either gonna be pepper jack or it's gonna be Munster.
Both good.
Munster
Both good
cheese.
choices.
Munster's good.
Yeah.
I gotta step away.
I'm not.
But Ezra, it's good to see you.
You too. It was really good to see you again.
I'm
All
so
right,
sorry.
well,
I apologize.
I am done with my interview. So
Oh my
we made a good time
God.
slot.
Hello, you guys. Okay. So I do want to get my notes all gathered here based on what Forte told. Okay, so this is about the Forte situation. So he made a joking comment on scene. Forte made a joking comment on scene. Forte witnessed Vivian outburst on scene. Forte witnessed Vivian outburst on scene from comment made further regarding rank and/or professionalism away from Forte. Incident concluded after roughly 2 hours. Vivian pulled Forte aside and outbursted in the PD regarding. You really pissed me the fuck off. After the scene was over, Forte did attempt to apologize. All right. Forte did acknowledge, after the scene was over, Forte did attempt to apologize and be civil. Forte did acknowledge, okay. So the vomit incident's kind of a hard one because while it's fucked up to have a cadet clean vomit, actually really that big of a fucking deal, right? I think it's being made into more of a big deal than it should be. So, 'cause, 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 ' provided, I'll say. Vomit incident was ordered to follow direction from senior officer to clean vomit in a vehicle. Refused to clean vehicle. Felt it was more of a disrespect factor punishment opposed to a point of our chain of command. 2 agree on paper. A failure to follow chain of command. Even if I do understand his point. All right, I'm going to say his perspective. Forte made a joking comment on scene. Forte witnessed Vivian outburst on scene from comment and made further regarding rank and or professionalism away from Forte. Incident concluded after roughly 2 hours. Vivian pulled Forte aside and outbursted in the PD regarding "you really pissed me the fuck off." After the scene was over, Forte did attempt to apologize and be civil. Forte did acknowledge the situation by diffusing it with one another after it was completely over with. Okay. I think this is fair, right? At the time of writing both notes on the incident, Vivian's situation as well as the vomit situation, I've only heard Forte's POV as of 2020. Will update once statements are provided. Comments below. Vomit incident was ordered to follow direction from senior officer to clean vomit in a vehicle. Refused to clean vehicle. Felt it was more of a disrespect. Felt it was more of a disrespect factor punishment opposed to a point of our chain of command. Do agree on paper failure to follow chain of command. Do agree on paper failure to follow chain of command, even if I do understand his perspective reasoning. Forte made a joking comment on scene. Forte witnessed Vivian outburst on scene from comment and made further negative comments regarding rank in or professionalism away from Forte. Incident concluded after roughly 2 hours. Forte's timeline. Vivian pulled Forte aside and outbursted in the PD regarding "you really pissed me the fuck off." After the scene was over, Forte did attempt to apologize and be civil. Forte did acknowledge the situation by diffusing with one another after it was completely over with. I think that's it. I don't think
Wah.
Hey, what's up?
How do you think that interview went?
I think Ezra's great.
I want to hire him. I really do.
I think he did great. Give me 1 minute. I'm making a note on something. Something had come up in the middle of that needs my undivided attention.
Gotcha.
I am so sorry. I apologize.
I'm just gonna do paperwork on the dispatch side of things.
All good. All right.
Hello.
Hey, Forte.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I got a quick question for you.
Sure.
What was the I'm reeling it back to the other day. I'm just curious. What
Sure.
was the joke that you made on that scene, or that comment that you made on scene that was, I guess, taken out of context with Abdul?
Which one? $500. Abdul, and I quote said, after some banter, it was like obviously trying to banter with us. And he was trying to defuse the situation, but regardless, he said, all right, if you want to frisk me, $500. I kind of said in a laughing tone, fuck it, I'll give him $500. And that was what lit the fuse. And obviously I was joking because I was joking with Abdul.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, no, that was it. Obviously we just want to make sure we have all of our, all of our notes accurate, right? I think
100%.
you're fine. I think you're fine. Just
if I need to talk to, for example, Slacks about this, I'd be more than happy to.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're good. We're taking care of some stuff. I just wanted to make sure that was verbatim what happened. So.
Yep. $500.
Perfect. And that was Abdul?
Yeah. Abdul said it first, and I responded with the comment. With no intention of actually doing it. I mean, hell, I don't even carry cash.
I figured, yeah. All right. Then yeah, you're all good. I just wanted to make sure that was accurate. You're all good, brother.
All right.
No questions
all
for
right.
me. You take care, all right?
All right. Have fun being command.
My man just said, have fun being command. I'm gonna vomit.
Are you command?
When Turner's not here, I'm pretty much the running captain at the moment.
That's fair.
I've conducted more interviews for that guy than I ever thought I would in my career. And you know what? I would do it again for him. It's just funny because I don't know what I'm doing in those interviews. I'm just winging them.
Yeah, same. That was the first interview I've done for dispatch, and I was basically winging it with the questions and shit.
You did better than I've done in any of my actual PD interviews.
I mean, those are the same kind of questions, the same vibe that they would ask in the old department for dispatch. In fact, some of those are verbatim what we're asked. Specifically, the how many eggs could you eat in your one? I don't know. I want to hire him, but I don't know. As far as I know, he needs to do he needs to do an interview with Turner.
Yeah, so does Dark, and I've tried.
I'm
trying. I really am. I know it's hard with Turner, being LOA, which is, respectable, and I understand.
Just he didn't delegate anybody to do it. Really.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I would love to try to bug Turner about it, but obviously I'm shift 2. I'm fucking tired. I'm gonna go straight to fucking bed.
Right now?
Yeah.
I might be on that same fucking boat. I've been awake now officially. Not on duty, just in general. Let's see. 5:30. 21 hours?
I've only been awake for like 14 or something stupid. Or 15. I've not done like hardly any dispatching today though. But yeah, if you can talk to Turner about Ezra and Dark, I'd appreciate that because I can't. And then I don't know how to talk to Shift 1 because Hayes resigned. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. I think I think a lot of the departmentals the departmental what did you say?
departmental.
I like zoned out like for half that. What? I'm sorry, I'm so cooked.
You're not alone. So I don't have any contact with Shift 1 for for interviews and stuff like that because I'm Shift 2. I don't wake up that fucking early. And with Hayes resigning from dispatch and reception, I have nobody to talk to that shift now.
With all due, I know that the times Dark wants to be around could bleed over into those times.
Why I want Dark because I know he can cover some of that stuff.
Yeah. Did you? How do I say this? Did Hayes give a reason?
As to why she resigned, I don't know, but I know she wants PD, and I'm guessing that because she was reception, stepping up to do dispatch's job.
No, it has to go to
she's
Turner.
treated as dispatch, and dispatch is, I think, denied from ever getting hired to PD. So, even though she was never technically dispatch, she was reception.
Interesting.
She got lumped in the same boat, so she just wasn't getting hired for PD.
Did she not want to? I'm assuming Hayes wants a possible future in PD.
I'm assuming so, yeah. That's
respectable.
Hayes has always been PD, right? I know she's a great fucking cop. She was P&T lead. Like, she was one of the reasons why I applied for PBSO back in the day, even though, that the collapse happened before.
Hey, she the reason I got my teardrop. That's all I'm saying.
Like, she should really be PD. Right
she
now.
A real one. Hayes would be great. Hayes is awesome.
And I know she wasn't.
Sorry that today's been a low effort stream, dudes.
I know she's not been really happy with.
I am on an
dispatching and stuff
incredibly
like that.
low effort. I'm very, very, very tired.
And to be fair, I understand that because I'm in the same kind of boat right now. I'm not necessarily too happy with dispatch, and with dispatching, I'm finding it hard to get on duty. To find a reason to get on duty. But Slacks has given me hope, and I'm hoping it's not a false hope. In that a structure will be established at some point, and that I will eventually know what I can and cannot do.
I'll give you a little bit of insider if you want to keep it to yourself. I do know that part of the idea with dispatch is that because dispatch is going to be operating in all 3 shifts, I know a lot of it comes down to making sure all the captains are on the same page with kind of the direction for dispatch. And I think a little bit of the bottleneck is getting everybody in the same room at the same time to discuss dispatch, especially with the LOAs that we're dealing with right now. So I definitely think that a lot of the bottleneck is just poor timing, and I don't think it's anything to do with dispatch right now. At first I thought, damn, dispatch getting neglected, but now I'm realizing I think a lot of it is just really bad timing. And it's unfortunate because
really bad timing and different visions.
Yeah, it's unfair to you guys, but at the same time, I understand why they're having a more difficult time right now getting that in order. I also don't think it's fair that you guys are being bottlenecked for it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you guys are new to the stream and happen to be enjoying your
personally,
stay, definitely hit the follow button. I'd love to see you all come back.
I want to hire. I want to build a department, but because of these bottlenecks, I don't know what my role is in all this. I don't know what my responsibilities are. I'm doing interviews, right? I have interviews scheduled on Wednesday with Ellie Knight and Genevieve, who's an EMS.
Okay.
For shift 2. And I think with shift 2, it's easier because Slacks is pretty good about,
He's pretty manageable, yeah.
And he's really good, and I like Slacks a lot. It's just these other shifts where I'm obviously struggling to do anything. I'm hoping to hear back at the end of this week about shift 1 hires. It will be Ashley Lockhart and
Raptor, what the fuck?
Maeve Shaw. Hoping to hear back this week.
No, that's good.
If I don't hear back, then I'm gonna cause a ruckus because they said at the end of this week for shift 1. And I need people who I can trust, such as Ashley Lockhart and my wife, to hold down shift 1 at the very least.
Yeah, there's no bias there. Not at all. Just like how I'm trying to get my dad hired into dispatch. No bias. What do you mean? Well, actually, he's not my dad. I don't know what you're talking about. According to the fucking legislation, he's just a random fucking guy that apparently I just know.
I mean, according to legislation, my wife isn't my wife, so.
I want to say really fucked up things right now, but I'm gonna bite my tongue.
No, speak your shit.
You can't unfuck what's been fucked. Tell me I'm wrong.
I have never wanted to phase up more than right now.
I'm about to. I'm fucking tired.
I will fucking do it, bitch.
Not if I do it first. Fuck. Chad, I'm going to bed. I can't. I'm sorry. Not a late night for me. I have been awake way too long. I'm gonna do this real quick. Hold on. Do that real quick. And okay. Why do you do that to yourself? I listen, as much as I'm here and I'm glad that I was able to stream today, I'm going right to bed. I'm happy I got to go live, but I am like, if y'all could see my angle right now. Oh no. Hi, Forta.
Hey, if I buy a Scout, can I drive it, or am I not allowed yet?
We don't have, so we should have regulations. I think tomorrow is what Captain was saying. I don't actually know what the regulations are of the Scouts yet. I would say for safety, hold off on it until we have actual like SOP.
Okay.
Well, you see, if I said, yeah, go for it, and you bought it, and then, you know, tomorrow they said Scouts for full officers, I would feel horrible that I made you spend your money. You know what I mean?
I mean, I still have a car.
You still have a car.
Yeah.
You doing okay today?
Yeah, I mean, just another day.
Another day, another dollar?
Yeah.
I got you.
What's up? What's the news? You got tea?
Yeah, the tea is that I've been awake 21 and a half hours and I'm going to bed.
Jesus. There's a deed bike here.
Ooh.
At least, okay, there's 2 cops inside. All right.
Ooh. All right. Okay. Forte, I'm going to bed. I love you. Okay.
All right. Good night. Have a good night.
You didn't say I love you too.
You haven't adopted me yet.
Soon?
Oh, okay.
Soon, TM.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk to Ziggy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bye bye.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. I'm going to bed. Chat. I'm not even doing an outro. I'm so fucking tired right now. Here's your outro. If you're new, hit the follow button. Join Discord. I've been awake almost 24 hours. I'm going to bed. I love you, dudes. Thank you for hanging during what was inevitably just a really laid back stream. Today was full lazy. Full lazy. Tomorrow will be a better day. I promise you. Follow the socials and all that shit. Thanks, dudes. You take care. Have a good night.